Welcome back to another week. This is episode 8, I believe. And if you're new here, thank you for choosing to click on this video. But the past 7-ish weeks or so, I've been doing this challenge called 75 Hard. And unfortunately, this past Sunday, I actually failed the challenge on day 55. And it was all due to me focusing and prioritizing my YouTube videos over the challenge itself, where I'm supposed to do the 2 workouts a day. It was more important for me to release last week's YouTube video than to actually go do 2 workouts. And I think that's where the problem lies for me with this challenge. Huge reason for that is because I started this challenge not necessarily for the fitness and health aspect, but more so because I needed to dig myself out of the hole I created, and drinking was a pretty big problem. And to be honest, if I didn't say anything and acted like that day never happened, I could have easily kept going on and not told you guys. Also, it goes to show, as productive as I think I am or disciplined, you know, I'm very much human too. I fuck up, and I was not able to do this challenge all the way through. But just because I failed exactly quote unquote the rules created for this challenge, and technically you're supposed to start over from day 1, that's like one of the rules as well, I'm gonna keep going in the sense that I'm going to try my best to do the 2 workouts per day, still read, get the gallon of water in, eat as healthy as possible, and make sure not to drink alcohol. That was the big one. So I guess I just won't be using the name of the challenge for my content. In terms of what I'm going to do with this episode series, weekly series, and I gotta think on that. I gotta see if I'm gonna finish out the 10 episodes. I kind of really just like the format of Week in the Life, having that title, so I don't have to think of like a different content idea for the week for the long form YouTube videos. And I like the new thumbnails that I'm making. So honestly, I might just stick with Week in the Life. I'm not sure. Let me know your guys' thoughts on that in the comments, because I am curious to see. And while we still have 10 minutes left to drive home, I don't know how much of whatever I'm yapping about is going to make it into the video. I thought I should address like the problems with monk mode, 75 hard, Lent. I don't know if I could include Lent in that, but that's something I did earlier this year too. I feel like doing some of these challenges, once you do them a couple times where you gotta stay like super disciplined, sacrifice something, and you do it once and twice and 3 times over, any type of challenge, it just seems very doable and you're like, okay, I could do it. But the problems with all of these challenges, I feel like, are because they're so different from how maybe you were living before, and you cut out everything and you sacrifice everything to do this. Once the challenge is over, I would say 9 out of 10 times, most people will go back to their old habits, whether it be eating unhealthy, not working out, drinking, just because the challenge itself is not sustainable for long periods of time. Unless, I guess, you're insane, like competitive bodybuilder, and you know, props to you if that's like the type of life you want to live. Every time I finish those challenges, I would feel like these shackles are lifted off from my ankles, and finally I'm free to do whatever I want to enjoy life. I'm gonna make sure I keep at least 70% of the things I was doing at least from this challenge going forward. And the big thing here is going to be not drinking alcohol. And I'm gonna be honest here, it's been pretty rough the past couple of days, even before failing the challenge. I was really losing sight of why I'm doing this, and just the cravings for short-term dopamine, instant gratification, came back really strong. Like, what's gonna give me that the fastest? Probably drugs and alcohol, right? And everything I'm doing is just delayed gratification. Like, if I want some dopamine, I gotta run for 5 miles. That shit's crazy. But being that I'm 25 now, I think there comes a point in time in life where it's time to really grow up. Can't just escape and use other things to cope with feelings you're going through and not learning how to like handle them or deal with them. Seeing the camera mounted outside my car, driving on the highway, that's a different adrenaline rush. You're like, oh, is it gonna fall? Is it gonna fall? Every time I hit a bump. I got back home safely and took a shower. Now I'm about to start editing some of this earlier footage that I got. Got my son Bear here keeping us company, and he really likes 75 hard just because got to go on lots of 3-mile, 5-mile runs with me. And that's something we're gonna continue to keep implementing into the weekly routine. so I make sure to give him enough exercise. And the runs were definitely tiring him out, especially in the heat. More importantly though, I'm looking at buying this DaVinci Resolve Studio. So DaVinci Resolve is a system type of editor that I edit on. And there's, I guess, 3 main types, right? First one being DaVinci Resolve, second one being Adobe Premiere, third one being Final Cut. DaVinci is probably the cheapest because it comes with a free version, and I've been using the free version for the past 6 months, I want to say. And I'm about to make my first bag off YouTube. So where's that money gonna go into? Well, 1, paying some of my bills and rent, obviously. But 2, right back into these videos. I feel like to make my videos better and improve my skills as an editor, the next step is to purchase this Blackmagic Design DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor with studio software. I was like looking at it last night at 3 a.m. on my phone, and the button for just to pay with Apple Pay was there, and I was like, yo, do I click this? Do I click this? And after taxes, it was $425. That's a hefty bill. I haven't purchased anything that expensive in over a year, I think. But this is a sober, wise decision. 435? It's 395 times 1.1025. Okay, I guess it is 435. Do I pull the plug? Do I pull the plug? Damn, if I get this, I could be editing like a DJ. It has like a little scroll wheel, so you could go like back and forth between the clips super fast or super slow. All right, fuck it. There goes $435, just like that. Spend money to make money. I'm going to probably edit for like 30 more minutes before I head to bed, but I will vlog tomorrow, so I'll see you in the next clip.
You see money all around me, I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was down out like last week. Tell me, where have you been? Came out of hiding, girl. Don't act like I'm your man. I'm just a fan. You don't hold right. Don't hold no right. Pretty ass villainous, nigga with a sick ass mouth for that snake ass flow. Catch up with around me, nigga end up playing when I'm women for the kitty, got my phone.
It is the next day. I did promise I was going to vlog today, and it's currently 11:45 p.m. I got home from work, then rode the bike for a couple miles going back and forth from the gym. Did some errands just around the house, as you saw. Took Bear out. Hey, don't lick that. And now I'm going to cook some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I always get from Costco. And unless you're dieting super hard or trying to cut for like the summer or get really lean, I do think that boneless, skinless chicken thighs taste so much better than chicken breast, and also outweighs the amount of fat and extra calories you're getting from the chicken thighs compared to chicken breast. So if it's gonna get you to enjoy cooking and eating at home better, I do highly recommend chicken thighs. First step is going to be making sure we use a stainless steel pan. I'm gonna link it again in my description because I feel like if you're gonna cook at home, this is one of the essentials you really need just to make your proteins taste better. They just cook. Everything cooks better on this than compared to the non-stick. Now we're gonna turn the heat to medium. Also outside today it was 90 degrees. But it's freezing in my apartment. It feels like it's 60 degrees. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. These are the chicken thighs I'm talking about that we're going to use. We're going to cook both of them. We're going to cook both of them. I guess in the meantime, instead of waiting around and doing nothing, I might as well do some dishes, clean this pan, and then also cook stir-fried vegetables. After the pan is done heating up for about 8 minutes, now we're going to spray avocado oil, as always. Now we want to give it about 10 seconds before we put the chicken thighs on. Another important thing when it comes to chicken thighs or chicken breast, all that chicken juice that comes within like the packet, when you open it, you want to make sure to dab it and it's almost completely dry. Also want to turn the heat up now to about medium to medium high. Let's let that cook for about 6 minutes on each side. In about 6 minutes, all we're gonna do is add salt and pepper for this. Then we're gonna cook it for another 5 minutes, lowering the heat to about medium now. Get our favorite stir-fried Costco veggies, black bag once again. And the seasoning for this, I'm gonna use soy sauce, vinegar, and some red pepper flakes. We have about 8 ounces of chicken here. Now we're gonna weigh out the sushi rice. Let's do 250 grams. Also gonna add the veggies that we just cooked. We're gonna chop up some green onions and also a little bit of red onion. Boom, final product. Now I'm gonna add some chicken teriyaki sauce on the chicken thighs and demolish this meal. Yo, it's so good. Maybe I'm just starving, but damn. If you like the chicken teriyaki at Panda Express, if you cook it this way at home, I swear, it's just healthier, tastes better. Something about eating your own food too, that you put like care into. So if you don't cook at home, try it. That was an amazing arm day, and now I'm taking a little break from editing this video, finishing it up by walking him for about 30 minutes. But back to the title of this video of how 75 hard changed my life. It really did, for real. From doubling my subscribers here on YouTube in less than 60 days, which is amazing and awesome to me. So thank you so much for everyone who subscribed from me starting this challenge, while also being able to start my personal training and online fitness coaching business, which I'm so glad I started, because I'm actually able to help people on an individual basis and receive like fulfillment in my life by helping others. And just some of the messages and conversations I have with like the people I work with, that's something I would never get at my previous job in corporate. Speaking on that, I'm gonna plug myself here real quick. If you're interested in losing fat or building muscle, or body recomposition, which is losing fat and building muscle, that only happens for a very short duration period of time. Link in my bio to see if we would be a good fit to work together. And if you have any questions about it, you can DM me on Instagram as well. So if you were to ask me, would I recommend 75 hard? Yes, 1100% yes to anyone who feels like they are stuck in a rut. Something in life is not going right, you're feeling down, you're depressed, you're angry about something. I think you should 1000% start the challenge. And I also think you should and can alter the rules of the challenge to however you best fit, to something that you could stick with. So after the challenge is over, you're still able to incorporate these habits into your daily routine and life. I don't want anyone to start this and feel like a failure because of how strict the rules are. So change it up however you want and call it whatever you want to. In the end, it's your life. Stay in your lane. Focus on yourself. Just get better. Live life to the fullest. Yeah, motivational rant for the day. But thank you again for watching. We will see you in the next video.